Hello. I am back. Sorry if I sound like poop. I have a cold. So welcome in. I don't normally stream on Fridays. This is just me. I haven't played Animal Crossing in a while. So, you know, just posting. And I'm here because I'm not usually. It's like, what's kind of cool about the world is we can hang out virtually. You know? I don't know if you know. I know. Yeah. Anyways. I have no idea what we're doing on stream today. Why am I so off-centered? I feel like I haven't streamed in a really long time. I think it's been over a week. So I thought it might be time to stream. Again, I'm so sorry. I haven't been here. But alas, life is life. And shit happens. And it's raining. And you know what? That's okay because I can coordinate an umbrella with my outfit. Just letting people know I'm here. I'm here to chill. Again, Fridays, not my day. To stream. It's not normal. I am also sick, so I'm very scatterbrained. I'm very tired. My throat hurts, but I want to chat, so that's too bad for my throat. So I had label on my island, and I had to do a golf look, so this was my golf look. It's raining, so let's get our raincoat on. I'm gonna do a single color. Hello, Sherry! How have you been? I feel like it's been a while. Maybe black was not the choice I should have made. Um, Village people. What village people? What village people? I'm apologizing again. I have a cold, so I sound really bad. I feel a little bit better. At night it gets really hard. I'm like miserable at night, and in the mornings, like I was gonna go to work this morning. I really had all intentions to go to work, um, but I woke up and I couldn't swallow, so I was like, maybe I'll just stay home. You know, just an idea. I'll have a black raincoat, rain hat, all leather outfit. Maybe I'll wear red pants. Well, what's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? Balls? No, I don't know. Attire. That one's bad. You saw Multiverse? So, fun fact. I left work early yesterday. I told everyone I had a doctor's office or doctor's appointment. Really, I was just going to go see Doctor Strange, which, you know, is a doctor's appointment. Technically, he is a doctor, and it was an appointment to a movie. So, you know, um, we saw it yesterday, at 3 p.m. Um, I didn't feel as bad as I do now yesterday, and I wore my mask, so I was responsible. No worries. Um, Maybe I'll have my person wear a mask because I don't feel good. Um, what do you think? I loved it. Um, I also enjoy horror films. Um, I know a lot of people who don't, and that's totally valid. Um, I know it's a bit of um, like I didn't pick up my umbrella. Controversial. Um, to have horror in a Marvel film. Um, I'm curious what other people have thought. I've heard mixed reviews. I think it was well. I can see where you're coming from. Um, but at the same time, I like also kind of understand where Wanda's coming from. Like I can like feel her pain, not like that I've gone through child loss or having to kill my husband, like my lover or anything like along Wanda's like trauma, but at the same time, like trauma makes you do banana things, and it's like I kind of get it. Like she just wants to be with her kids. I don't know. I think in terms of like women going extreme and going evil really fast. I don't know if you've seen Game of Thrones, but Daenerys, don't even get me started. No one will be as bad as Daenerys. You just um it's true. Like Daenerys also had trauma and she also had like shit going on in her life, but the way that they played her off in the last season, I literally was like, I wasted 7 years of my life watching this show. I like hate Game of Thrones now because of the way they did Daenerys dirty. Um, so like exactly, we don't. Um, but I also for me, so Sherry, did you watch WandaVision, the mini series on Disney Plus? I gotta sneeze. Because um I think if you didn't watch WandaVision, it wouldn't really make sense for her build up. There was a lot that you had to watch for this film. Obviously, the first Doctor Strange, Infinity War, Endgame, really all of the Avenger movies that Wanda's been in. Civil War, that's a big one. What was I saying? Um, Sick brain. Mm. You needed to also see like What If, Moon Knight. Like there were certain things like leading up to Madness of the Multiverse that you needed to see. You saw WandaVision and found it jarring. I actually expected it. Um, but they also really play into the idea that the book of dark, like the book of darkness and madness, I forgot what it's called, um, really put a toll on her. So I think her original intention was valid. Um, but then I think the book kind of changed who she was, and the whole point of Wanda being trapped in her own mind, I think also helped with the whole jarring idea of her being that evil, because it wasn't Wanda. Um, yeah, I don't know a lot about X-Men. I've watched some movies, but not a huge fan of X-Men, to be honest. But I have seen it. Um, the only character I really didn't know was the pitchfork guy and the woman in the after credits. Um, but a quick Google search for the woman Cleo um, cleared that up for me. So I think that's okay. I also had no idea about America Chavez. And the whole movie is like centered around her. So mhm. But at the same time, I think they're playing with the whole idea of destiny, like her throne as well. Like for her to rule everything. And she's like, I don't want to rule everything. I just want my children. Obviously, she got out of hand, clearly. But, oh, I like this guy. Like, even Strange used the book, but for good intention. I think she went in with the right intention, and it just got bad real fast. But I can definitely see where you're coming from. But I guess Elizabeth Olsen just signed another contract for Marvel, so I don't think Wanda's done. I think she has a little bit more story to her, in my opinion. Yeah, another 7-year contract. So clearly, they are not done with her storyline. Um, and I'm totally okay with that. Even if she comes back like flashback type of thing, I wouldn't be too mad about it. Um, I'm glad they did the accent right. Speaking of accents, Jazzy and I were watching like the red carpet premiere, and obviously they interviewed all of the stars of the movies or whatever. And Benedict Wong, or I don't know his last name, but I know there's two Benedicts. Um, not Doctor Strange. The Superior Supreme, whatever his name is. Um, I expected him to have like a American accent. Um, he's British. I had no idea. I wasn't looking at the TV at the time that he came on to interview, and I was like, "Who's talking?" Because I like didn't recognize Doctor Strange. Because like obviously like Benedict Cumberbatch is English. Like I know that. Hello, Mar. Welcome. We are talking about the new Doctor Strange movie. Not sure if that's your vibe, or if you really care to watch it, but a spoiler might slip out. So I just want to preface that for everybody that's in. We don't have to talk about it. We can change the subject, but um, if you don't want spoilers, just let me know, and we will just move on to a new topic. Um, Um, we're being very general, um, but in case anybody that comes in is like, ah, um, feel free to be like, you need to shut up. And Mara, I apologize for the way that I sound. Um, I've got a cold. My whole classroom has a cold. Um, one of my students was out with the flu last week. They're fine. And then this week, I wore a mask on Monday. Tuesday, I just didn't wear a mask because, honestly, I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. And it was that day I was wiping one of my students' face, helping them, like, clean off, like, you know, like, stuck-on food. As I'm, like, right in their face, pretty much. Granted, all of my students are taller than me. So, I'm, like, wiping her face. She's a little bit taller than me. She goes, and, like, on a downward. And so since she's taller than me, it, like, gets all in my face. So at that moment, I, like, cleaned my face off, washed my hands, whatever, I sanitized, and then I put on a mask, but obviously the damage was done. And then Wednesday, I, like, had a massive headache, but I was like, you know, whatever, like, headaches, I get all of the time. Like, that's nothing new at all. And then yesterday, I started to get, like, nasal stuff, and, like, my throat hurt, but it wasn't, like, horrible. So I took, like, a million COVID tests because I'm paranoid. And they kept coming back negative. I take like 2 a day. And so it's not COVID. It's just a cold. But today I called out because I woke up and I couldn't swallow. Because my throat was so, like, swollen. Mornings and nights are bad, but, like, during the day, I felt pretty okay today. I probably could have went to work, but I really didn't want to. See videos on YouTube where people of color get someone in blue. Yes. Yeah, so right now, I'm massively allergic to almost every single type of tree. So, yay. Um, and it's springtime. I hate spring for this reason. The pollen's everywhere. So I think it's a mix between, like, a possible cold with, I think it's mostly allergies. I'm taking medicine. I take a allergy med every day anyways. But in the springtime, my meds usually don't work because I just... And we've had the windows open because it's, like, too hot in the apartment, but it's, like, not hot enough to turn the air conditioning on at all, but it's, like, still too warm. So we've been opening the windows, and there's, like, this huge pollen tree right outside. It's been super windy. So I think all the pollen's just, like, making its way inside. Nana, what mess? Your TV is literally sparkling. Yeah, it really amazes me how well English people can do an American accent, like a general American accent. Um, no, that's okay, Mar. Thanks for coming on in. I honestly don't even know what I'm doing. Here's all of my pool stuff. I have not touched my pool. That was extremely, extremely annoying. So I'm not gonna deal with that while I'm sick because I already have... Oh, I'm the exact opposite, Sherry. I literally, like, posted everywhere that I was starting to stream. I, like, posted it on my face. I'm very active on Facebook. I posted it on my Facebook. I posted it on my Instagram. As soon as I made a a Twitch account. I literally made a Twitter, like, I've really never used Twitter before, a Twitter, an Instagram, a YouTube. I, like, tell everyone at work that I'm a streamer. What am I doing in my airport? Anyways. Oh, I wanted to design a home. That's what I wanted to do. I made I made mom wait a minute. Oh, okay. So what is there? Yeah. I I made mom make a Twitch account and follow me. She did. What am I doing? She did come into one of my streams though, so like that's. But yeah, no, I don't make anyone like create their own account. I'm just like, hey, if you have Twitch, like, give me a follow here and there. But I'm not gonna be like, you need to go out and make a Twitch account and follow me, because no, I'm just like, hey, if y'all have a Twitch, come on by one time. This is not your jam, that's fine. Some people don't like Animal Crossing. Some people don't like Sims. Not that I've streamed Sims yet, but soon. And I keep saying that. And not everybody on my Facebook genuinely enjoys talking to me, so, you know. But I did have mom make one. That's like really the only person. My wife already had one. She was on Twitch before I was. I literally was watching people stream and I was like, that looks like fun. And Chaz was like, I mean, you got a raid? That's awesome. I love getting raids. I like meeting new people. And I like to see, like, what type of people raid. I mean, obviously, Animal Crossing people. But, it's always fun. And I always like, not only getting to know new people, but also to support other small streamers. I think that's, like, a super, like, important thing that I like to do. Jazzy and I were thinking about buying Cozy Grove because of you. But yeah, like, supporting like small channels is literally one of my favorite things. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go check out Ladies, which is my restaurant. We do, yeah, we do watch a few, like Little Simsy's a huge channel. Like, her average, like, she has over 1,000 people watching every one of her streams, especially when she's streaming Sims. Upwards of like 5,000 people watching, which is bananas. But But she's one of the reasons I got into Twitch. She's like my goal in life. She's like who I aspire to be. I don't have the energy that Simsy does, or the like mental capacity. But you never know. Maybe I'll get there one day. But we also support like small channels like you, Sherry, and then we also kind of support like small mid, like people that have like under 30 people watching, which to me 30 people is like, whoa, that's a lot. But like one of the people I was watching this morning, her sub goal was 80 people, and I was like, whoa. Like, I don't like any of these. We pretty much exclusively watch Animal Crossing and Sims streamers. Second one too. And I always feel bad, Cherry, because your streams are always like while I'm at work, and I like can't like really watch them. But I still like I have you on auto host. So when I'm not streaming, and you are, I don't even have to click host. Like I don't have to go to your stream and hit like host to channel. It auto hosts. Which is nice because then that's like one more thing I don't have to worry about. Yeah, time zones stink. Like the other day, I wanted to stream, but it was like 7 o'clock at night, and I was like, that is literally way too late for my UK people. And for some reason, I feel like probably like 95% of my constant viewers are people in the UK. I don't really like any of these. Back home where? Maybe I'll make a convenience store. That's something I haven't done before. I don't remember. I don't remember how we got into Animal Crossing. Where's the one that looks like a city? Or like a downtown? Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, this one. I already have 3 people there, though. Oh well. I do love this plot. Well, he wants a convenience store. And I feel like that's very, like, downtowny, like... Oh my god, what's my hair doing? I usually only like to do, like, I want to build a house type of lot, but are doing something a little different today? I don't know, we'll see. Okay, thank you. Pippi. Piper? Pippi? Pips? I don't know. Alright, convenience store. Probably be pretty big, but not a house. This is fine. A bit of a nice... Dun, dun. There's What's this? A banner. Sushi, food, bakery, fast food, ice cream, open. What is this? Huh? I didn't know that was a thing. We can add an ATM outside. Because, you never know. Welcome, Jazzy. It's nice to see you in here. I'm just joking. Jazz had, she had work. Because she's an adult? I don't know. Excuse me. You know how, like, trucks back into... What'd you vote for? Like, in a game, or, like, on pressing matters? I feel like I'm also, like... just done with the world. You know, get the vibe. I'm very sick and tired of this country. Not gonna lie. Well, the reason we don't know is because we have our own shit. It sounds eerily familiar, Sherry. Like how Cheeto Man was allowed to run for 2020 when he was impeached. Luckily, that didn't happen, but and we were real close. Literally, I was watching the election. I was like, why is it so close? Like, the fact that it's this close is concerning. Very concerning. But, you know. Yeah. Right now, we're fighting for basic human rights. Because, you know, that's not a thing that people want in this country. So, you know. Okay, I'm going to see if I can create an illusion with this. Maybe. I might be able to. Honestly, could put the ATM down here. That looks legit. Maybe a pillar. A little concrete. Move my open sign. Yes, it will be. And I'm kind of excited about it. I don't either. Funny story. My grandmother and I, growing up, she was pretty much my mother. My bio mom left when I was 4. And I never really heard from her. I only saw her like once since that point. So when she left, my dad married my stepmom, and we never really got along. So my grandma, on my dad's side, pretty much raised me, because my dad worked really hard to make sure we can afford to live in a place with a good school district. So I never really saw my dad growing up because he was always working like 60, 70 hours a week. Just trying to make ends meet. So my grandma pretty much raised me. We don't talk anymore. Thank you, Cheeto Man, for ruining my life. AKA, I put a boundary where we don't talk politics because we're both very stubborn. I totally admit that. I'm set in my ways. I believe people should have rights. She doesn't. So I told her, I was like, listen, we can chill. You're my grandmother, so I can forgive you for your closed mindedness. I didn't say that to her. I was like, we're never going to agree. So let's just not talk about politics and move on, because this every time we talk about it, we just get heated and upset with each other. It's not a productive conversation. Neither of us are going to change our minds. So let's just not talk about it. Boundaries apparently do not exist between a granddaughter and a grandmother. Who knew? Not me. So we don't talk anymore. And I unfriended her on most of my stuff. Facebook. Um, I don't call her. I don't. Whatever. Um, she's still on my Instagram because I feel bad. Like, I feel like she should still at least see like life updates. Um, because she did raise me, and like she did. Yeah, that's about it. Um, and so I let her follow me on Instagram because Instagram, I'm a little bit like less political on Instagram. And she commented, I posted like my body, my choice. And she pretty much she was like, so if your mother chose to abort you, and I was like, okay. She's like, when, like, how would you feel if your mother aborted you? And I was like, I wouldn't have to deal with you, so I don't know. I obviously didn't respond to her, because I'm really tired of being petty. I'm not gonna lie. So that was interesting. That was fun. Um, yeah, it was very fun. Um, so I blocked her, and she's officially blocked on everything. So I just think it's dumb. I was willing to put stuff aside, and was willing to like recognize that we don't see eye to eye, and that's okay. I mean, not really. She should care about other people. Um, it's also extremely concerning. She was a nurse, and she didn't take COVID seriously. That's where we started to really bicker. Um, my grandpa ended up getting COVID, so he traveled immensely during the height of the pandemic, July 2020. They live in Florida. He went to Connecticut, he went to North Dakota, he went to New York, he went here, and he went there, he went golfing, he went there on an airplane. Um, so we got COVID. He's fine. Um, there was a period where we didn't think he would be fine. Um, my grandma was a nurse, so she was able to like care for him medically. Um, she thought it was totally okay to go to the grocery store without a mask after taking care of my grandfather with COVID at home. I can understand Instacart, like delivery services, they can get kind of complicated. My grandma's pretty tech savvy actually, so I was like, hey, like, I will order your groceries for you and get them sent to your house. Like, that's what we're doing. We're not going out. Like, you know, we don't want to get other people sick. At that point, we lived with my in-laws, which are, they're older. So, like, I wanted to make sure that they were safe. And, like, I, at the time, worked at a nursing home. So, like, I also worked with people who were immune compromised, and were old. So I didn't go anywhere. And I was like, hey, I'll order groceries for you. Like, not a big deal. Um, you know, I just want to make sure that you and grandpa are safe and healthy and have food, but also not spreading it around. You know, being a decent human being. Apparently, decency does not run in my family. So, um, that's where we started arguing. I've put aside their bullshit for a very long time. Um, and that was kind of the breaking point. I was like, if you, a nurse for 40 years in the NICU, babies who were, I saw babies who were a pound growing up because I used to love going to the NICU and um, seeing all of the babies. I loved it. She would take me and I would see all the cute little babies. And I had to wear I had to wear PPE. I had to wear a mask. I had to wear a face shield. I had to wear a gown, like a disposable gown, because the babies, you know, when they're a pound, they don't have an immune system. Um, um, she ran the NICU. She was the head nurse in the NICU. Um, no cares in the world. So that's really where our differences came through. That was a hot mess. So this is your sign. If you've got somebody toxic in your life, doesn't matter how prominent they were in your life. Like I said, my grandma was pretty much my mother. I haven't talked to her in almost 2 years. November of 2020 um, really was the last time I talked to her. So, I have no idea what I'm searching for, but that little cuties. I'm gonna go grab Lady. Come here, love bug. I'm a little sleepy bub. You ordered him a cake? Oh, is it like a carrot cake? Jazzy and I had the same thought at the same time. We've had Lady almost 2 years now in July. July 14th, 2020 is when we got our love. Oh, that's when we picked her up. Um, we went to the rescue like 3 weeks prior. It's stuffed cardboard coated in dried herbs. Ooh, they're gonna love that. You're gonna have to post that on Instagram. I love watching, like, videos of, like, zoo animals for their birthdays. Like, getting, like, enrichment treats. Those are always so cute. She was dead asleep. Like, dead asleep. Usually when I go near the bed, she'll perk up. She didn't perk up until I touched her. So she's very sleepy. Oh. Well, they deserve it. I did wake her up. She's fine. Say, I'm fine, Mama. Lady needs to come on stream because people want to see her. Yeah. Oh, Mama's making a ruckus. She's like, what's going on? Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to post a picture of their cake. Are you gonna celebrate on stream? Thank you. You put it right there. I know she will. She's being cute. I don't wanna. So we got something super special. Here in the U.S., I don't know if there's AMC theaters internationally. Um, but AMC theaters like are big theater that's like all over the states. Usually when we go, we always go. So technically, the movie came out today, May 6th. We saw the movie May 5th, yesterday. AMC always has like early 1 day ticket premieres for like big ticket movies. So like we saw Endgame, we saw Age of Ultron, we saw Infinity War, we saw all the all three Spider-Mans like early access like a day before, and you get certain memorabilia. So like sometimes it's a really cool like Avengers coin, or you get like really cool popcorn buckets, which is what we got for Doctor Strange. I think Lady might want to go. Yeah, it's okay. Usually it's like a coin or like something like a little bit smaller. Granted, the coins come with your purchase. This was extra. Um, whoa, it's it's like huge on camera. Um, it's supposed to fit a large popcorn, and as you know, American portion sizes are very large. Um, it's a collapsible Doctor Strange popcorn bucket. So that's fun. And so you just like put it in, and it collapses, which is pretty cool. So like I said, we saw the movie yesterday. Technically, it wasn't even out yesterday. But these type of things are usually until supplies last, right? So there's only a limited amount. You get it, you get it, you don't, you don't. Obviously, you can buy it resale on the internet, but like in the like actual theater. So we went yesterday, and mind you, our movie was at 3 p.m. The movie theater opened at 2:45. So 15 minutes prior to the movie theater opened. So that gave us a whopping 15 minutes to order drinks and popcorn, use the bathroom. I'm frozen. Let's see. Am I frozen because my game went? Am I good now? Oh, it's your computer. I don't know how much you heard, but pretty much our National Theater AMC comes out with, like, when it's like big ticket movies like this, they come out with merch that you can only really get on in the theater unless you buy it online, someone reselling it or whatever. So we went yesterday. 15 minutes to get food, drinks, bathroom, sit down in your seat. Granted, there's previews, but we like to watch the previews because usually with movies like this, they're brand new previews, right? And they're usually tailored towards, like, the action, also horror, because this Doctor Strange movie was horror based, because of the director. So we asked the person, we didn't see it, you have to, like, order, like, on this kiosk, and this bucket wasn't on the kiosk, and we were like, excuse me, like, we always see it the day before it premieres, but, like, we also wanted to be, like, the first people to get the bucket. The AMC website said that these premiered yesterday when the early access tickets were available. We had early access tickets or whatever. We go to the person. I felt so bad. She was the only one working. And I was like, hey, like, do you have the popcorn buckets by any chance? She goes, we have them in, but let me check the system. And, like, she went to the front, looked at the kiosk. We couldn't order these. And she's like, well, it's not in our system, so, like, there's no way for me to, like, sell it to you, but we do have them. She goes, check back after the movie. And we're like, okay. We come back after the movie, and she was like, oh, so AMC made an oops. It actually releases tomorrow, the 6th, not today, the 5th. They made a typo. So my wonderful wife, on her lunch break, went back to the movie theater to grab a popcorn bucket because they came out today and not yesterday. So we have movie theater popcorn. I didn't want to put popcorn in it, so here's the top so that, like, you can actually, because I don't want to get it dirty. But we really like popcorn buckets. We have a whole slew of popcorn buckets, all Disney themed, Marvel themed, whatever. So this is our newest one, a Pride and Joy. Very upset we didn't get it yesterday, but at least we got it. Like, that was the goal, right? So yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, and then let me get back to actually making my convenience store. Pre-COVID, my our last movie in the theaters was Spider-Man. Our first movie post-COVID's not over. Post-COVID, was the new Spider-Man movie. So that was pretty cool, I have to admit. Because we got to see um Thank you. So I will not be streaming on Sunday. I know I have not been streaming recently. A lot of it is because just schedule wise. So like Thursday, yesterday, we watched Doctor Strange. We didn't get home till like 8 p.m. That's too late for me to stream. On Tuesday, I had my massage. So I don't usually like to stream after my massage because I'm like relaxed. And I don't want to be sitting slouched in a chair. Once my body gets realigned and corrected. And then last Sunday, our car broke. R.I.P. Raja. So we went car hunting on Sunday. Did not go well. We now have a rental. Because we could not find a car. So, and then this Sunday is, American Mother's Day. So we have Mother's Day on Sunday. So I will not be here, and then I thought I would stream maybe tomorrow, but tomorrow we are also going car hunting. At a different dealership because our first dealership kind of screwed us over. They wanted a ridiculous rate. And they just like were not very nice. I lied. They were nice. But they did not really help us out. Right. They didn't help us out really at all. So, I wish we could have 2 accent walls. Or like each wall be different. But I don't think we can. Ooh. Again, excuse me. I'm going to just dump things that I want. And then we will customize, add, delete, all of those fun things. Ooh, I see you posted something. I will take a look in a little bit. I do want partition walls. I think these walls are too busy. Hmm. That might have done it. I used to work at a freaking grocery store, and now I can't imagine what a grocery store looks like. I think that's fine. I love piggies. I know in America we don't believe in allowing our cashiers to sit down, but too bad. I'm allowing my cashiers to sit down. Retail does suck. So when I worked at the grocery store, I worked in the deli, so I would like slice meat and cheese or whatever. I was not allowed to have a water bottle. I had to have a doctor's note that allowed me to have a water bottle behind the deli line. And mind you, we had the deli line, which is where our machines were and where the meats and the cheese were. And then we had like our frying stuff. So like we also made like chicken wings and popcorn, and we made pizza and sandwiches, whatever, over here. And then in the back there was our fridge with all of our meat and cheese. We had the dishwasher for like all of the plates or whatever. We had storage where we have all of our like carafes and like dishes and silverware and blah blah blah. And then we have like a table in the back, like against the wall. We were not allowed to have water bottles. And where the deli was, in juncture where the employee place was, which is where we had to keep our water, was on the opposite side of the store. And here in America, we like our grocery store is quite large. So it was quite the walk to get water, and we only had two 15-minute breaks. So I had to go to the doctor and be like, can I have a note that allowed me to have water? And I was like, well, I will buy a bottled water. In case you thought it was contaminated somehow. Um, because you just never know. No, it was only until that moment where I was allowed to have water. When I went to Finland, I was genuinely shocked. I was like, whoa. I'm shocked that they have people sitting. I literally was floored. I was like, they let people sit? Y'all. That was a day. One of the days I knew I was like, there is something wrong with my country. I knew well before, but yeah. I don't understand why sitting down is perceived as being lazy. You try standing on your feet for 8 hours a day. I'd like to see you try. It's just very. Yes. Try to sneak out. Sneak out. The nerve. Some people. God forbid you try to look approachable. How dare you, Sherry, really? I didn't specifically start to smoke, but I would, one of the big reasons I took up smoking was, it allowed me to have a break from work. Um, so, yeah, no. Um, I think I might put this more in the center. What? I literally stand with my hands beside my back, like behind my back, all day. Like, that's my natural stance. That's bizarre to me. Yes, because that makes sense. That's bananas. We do need music. Yeah, I always felt really awkward, like approaching and just being like, "Oh no, like I'm just looking." That always felt so weird to me. That's one thing I loved about Finland was nobody bothered you. You just like lived the way you want life to live. We have no idea what I'm going to do with this fryer thing. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of stuff down again. Thanks. How lovely. Some people are just so nice. I've heard many horror stories about changing rooms and, like, in general. We'll just have, like, a serving table. Ugh. That's just... so rude. Unfortunately, I don't think you're a minority, which is unfortunate. Oops. I saw that happen when I was wedding dress shopping at David's Bridal. There was a woman with like literally a full face of makeup. It was beautiful, but there was a lot of makeup, like a lot, and she like put the dress on over, and you can see like slowly her makeup started to run. You can see like the top line was like a little bit orange, and I was like, this is why nobody tries um like nobody buys the um sample dresses because oh gosh. My wedding dress is literally just sitting in storage. I think I'm gonna put it on the other wall. Like that wall. That wall actually looks a little bit better. Thanks. Yeah. I've got to do that. Hello, lady. Me too, Sherry. Me too. That too. I always forget Shining. Oh, excuse me. Smack you right in the face. Special! We have specials! I did not have the pine tree, so thank you. Employee of the month over here. I should do like an array. Like, just different workers. I'm literally choosing them at random. My ring! Oh, about how small it is? Yeah. I'm sorry. Did you say that in the staff toilet? I I should I shouldn't be laughing, but at the same time, that's hilarious. Oh boy. Well, in this retail space, there is no bathroom. So you don't have to look. Oh man. No. What rug did he want me to use? Blue stripes. I mean, that doesn't really go with the vibe, but we can make it the vibe. Actually, I'm going to hang the apron on the wall. We had rainbow trees, though, so it was cool. Yay! Every year I ask Jasmine to get a tree, and she always says, "No, we don't have room for a tree." Me, 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 me. Which is so true. But I just like to give her shit for it. Let's go in here. Wish you could put something in the shopping carts. Yes, but I have no desire to do that. But yes, I am orange rug would have been cute. Maybe over. Maybe instead of this green, could have an orange rug. No, the blue one looked better. I do so need a tree. My first job was in retail. So, fun fact about me, I hate Christmas. I am that person. I have since grown to like it a little bit more. Obviously, as a kid, I grew up Catholic. I am Jewish, but I did grow up Catholic, and I liked Christmas because of the presents, obviously, but I hate Christmas music with a passion. I wish it would all just burn to the ground, and never see the light of day again. Christmas music is the bane of my existence. And I say that because, as someone who did choir since I was in kindergarten, we start Christmas music in September, November. So I'm singing freaking Carol of the Bells from September to December every year from when I was in kindergarten, first grade. Maybe not exactly Carol of the Bells in kindergarten, but like any sort of related Christmas music. And at least here in the States, it's freaking everywhere. Grocery store, gym, the road, all you hear is Christmas music. And it drives me banana bonkers, where I refuse to go into public in the month of December, mostly because I cannot stand Christmas music. And it is everywhere. You turn the channel, you go to the grocery store, you go buy something, not even for Christmas. There's Christmas music, there's so much Christmas music. Here in the States, it's very overdone. You literally cannot look outside of a window without seeing some sort of Christmas stuff. I like when people decorate their house for Christmas. I like to go see the Christmas lights. I think it's a waste of energy. But they are pretty, I have to admit. And obviously I'm not the one that drives around, but as long as I don't drive around, I like to look at the Christmas lights. But Christmas music, hard no for me. Sherry, you just broke my heart a little. You have no feelings about Halloween? Oh man. I love Halloween. I also really love Halloween because it was the one time of year where I was actually allowed um, to express myself the way that I wanted to, because it was socially acceptable to do so. So I think Halloween for me is more of like a dopamine chaser because I was able to um, actually be comfortable and be able to dress up and have fun. I never really liked sweets growing up. I was not a huge candy person. I really love pretzels. Halloween pretzels, you cannot tell me when they are shaped like bats and pumpkins. God forbid they are the best Halloween snack. And I know I am in the minority here, but I love Halloween pretzels. I think bat and pretzel shaped pretzels should be everywhere, year round. Remember, the 5th of November. Excuse me? I have gone my entire 26 years of existence, almost 27, not knowing November 5th was a frickin' national holiday. Are you shitting bricks right now? V for Vendetta, hands down, one of my favorite movies. Jesse and I rewatched it. I watch it every November 5th. I have to. There was one year I missed it. We watched it recently, in like 2020, 2021. Very eerie. All about how America had a pandemic, and how England once again has taken over the world. But the whole pandemic piece and the whole controlling people piece hit real home that one time we watched it. And I was like, I need a break from V for Vendetta this year, maybe, because it's just a little too real. Are you freaking... I'm shook. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. We see no reason why gunpowder treason should never be forgot. Sherry, you have broken my reality. Alright, I understand why Halloween is subpar to you. I know also, here in America, we take Halloween very seriously. Just like with any holiday, we kind of outshine. I remember in Finland, we were talking about, like, Halloween, and they're like, yeah, like, we don't really do anything for Halloween. We, like, acknowledge that it's a thing. And I was like, oh no, we go full out for Halloween. And officially the kids... What do you mean it's New England? Isn't the whole state? What? Listen, Halloween was my time to shine growing up. I loved Halloween. I knew exactly which house to hit at what time to get the best candy, the best prizes. I donated. I like turned my candy into my dentist, and I got these coins, and I can use these coins to trade it in for something. So I got a Wii because I would hit the Richos. They always gave the best candy and the giant king-sized candy, and it was based on pounds of candy you bring to your dentist. And I got a lot because I would go trick-or-treating twice. I would go in my grandmother's neighborhood and I would go at home. So I got lots of coins from my dentist, and I was able to get myself a Wii. Yeah, yeah. Um, Fireworks in Massachusetts are illegal, right? I'm pretty sure. You have to go to New Hampshire for that. Everything's legal in New Hampshire. New Hampshire's state motto is live free or die. So take with that information as you will. Um, they say it's illegal to put past state lines with it, but I literally don't know a single person in Massachusetts that has not bought fireworks from New Hampshire before that celebrates 4th of July. Really, it's just an excuse to get drunk. Um, I was never a fan of 4th of July. Uh, okay, well, at least to my knowledge, our kids don't aim them at people, but I would not put it past them. Maybe I just didn't hang out with the right type of kids. Um, I liked sparklers. I loved sparklers. That I do. Um, yeah, the kids don't really get because our fireworks are like fireworks, like scary bang boom. Um, the sprinklers are fun. Um, 4th of July, I remember my dad. So my dad works as an ambulance person, paramedic, and he always worked 4th of July, and um, he was always gone for the longest time because um, he goes, yeah, I just deal with like dumb people blowing their fingers off all night long. It's great. But yeah, it really does scare a lot of animals and a lot of people, like uh, war veterans. Yeah, 4th of July is one of the deadliest holidays we have here in the States. Um, I think it's like 4th of July, Cinco de Mayo because of drunk driving, um, St. Patrick's Day, drunk driving. Um, 4th of July is just like firework and drunk driving. We have a very bad drunk driving problem here in the United States. Um, I think that's everywhere though. Um, at least places that have alcohol. Um, yeah, that's true. Yes, down south they have drive-through bars. So you drive and you walk away with alcohol in your car. So again, take with that information as you will. Um, yeah, I always thought that was a joke, like the drive-through daiquiri thing and the drive-through alcohol. I always thought that was just like some sort of joke. It is not. Jazzy and I have learned. Right, I think we're done shining. I'm gonna take pictures. Um, all right, I think this is good. Thank you. Not my best. It's like not my favorite, but we're actually having a really good conversation. distracted and I'm sick, so I'm gonna take it as it is, and I'm sure it's not going to be too bad. So, I really like my mannequins. I'm actually kind of proud of that I thought about, like, making it, like, with people. Um, oh, I forgot to dress up Pippi. Oh, I always forget to do that. Always forget to do that. But that's okay. I think we're Gucci. We're good. Um, I know. I don't know how they come up with the zoom ins. Like, especially when we first started to get partition walls, it always just zoomed in on the wall. I was like, how is this helpful for me? Um, but I don't mind staying on a little longer to chat either. Totally down for that, but I know it's kind of late in the UK, so I'm also down to saying goodnight. I don't really want to play more Animal Crossing, but I'm definitely gonna go do research on November 5th and canceling my Disney trip this year, and we're going to England. Just kidding, we're not canceling our Disney trip. Um, yeah, lady is hungry. But I definitely want to look. I want to look into that. I think I need to be in England for November 5th. Um, I think that's just something that needs to happen. I don't care what the weather is. I need to experience that. Um, I was actually going to get a V for Vendetta tattoo, a pretty big one, um, because I really like my um, I also really like Clockwork Orange. A lot of people don't know what that is, um, and that's fine. Um, Sometimes I tell people I love Clockwork Orange, and then they're turned off. They're like, "Bitch is crazy." A little bit. I love like that sort of dystopian, classical conditioning, like government control type of thing. Um, but now it's hitting a little hard to home, so I haven't watched a lot of my propaganda based movies, fictional movies, um, in a while, just because, again, we're starting to live in a dystopian. I think we always did, but I think now we're getting a little bit more aware. But at least we have Animal Crossing to escape. Um, I saw this meme not long ago that the creator, that Nintendo, um, knew the pandemic was happening. Um, and because they released Animal Crossing March of 2020, and that is when the pandemic hit and shut everything down. So people were like, that's a little sus. Not that they caused the pandemic, but that they were aware of it. Um, no, Clockwork Orange is not young adult. It is very much mature. For reference, it came out in 1971. Um, Malcolm McDowell played Alex, and it was directed. Dear Lord, The Shining. Anyways, I'm drawing a blank again. Sick brain. Um, Stanley Kubrick. Thank you. So, fun fact. Obviously, I was not alive in 1971, so I was never. Um, um, I've never seen it in theaters. Obviously, I was not alive. Um, One of our local theaters they had like Cult Mondays or whatever it was, and they did Clockwork Orange, and they did a little trivia like before the movie started, and won all of these prizes. And I was like the youngest one in the whole audience. And they're like, okay, when did this movie come out? And I was like, 1971. Who directed this? Stanley Kubrick. Who was the main character? Malcolm McDowell. And like answered all of these questions. And the guys were like, this girl's bat shit nuts. Um, I won and I got like merch and stuff. So like that was kind of cool. So I was able to see it in big screens, which is so cool. But I have not. I'm actually more of a fan of the book, by Anthony Burgess. Um, but the movie does do it justice. A lot of times, books to movies don't have justice. They're different. There's like obviously there are some differences between the two, but I think Stanley Kubrick did a really nice job incorporating what the book sense was about and then put it on film. Obviously, it's not exact, but I think it did a really wonderful job. Um, you've seen Gentlemen Prefer Blonde. That's awesome. I think so. That movie theater is no longer in business. They closed during COVID because it was like family owned. Um, it was like a family owned movie theater. COVID didn't really do movie theaters justice. They didn't really help out. Um, so they don't have that anymore. But that was so like I think like Cult Mondays or Cult Tuesdays or whatever it was is so cool that because you get the chance to see like I want to see Breakfast Club on the big screen. Like it's one thing to watch it on a TV like in your house, like that's fine. But like to see it on a big screen and experience it in a theater is yeah, Cult Classic Mondays is like a totally different feeling. And I really think like big movie theaters like AMC, like we don't have a lot of movie theaters that are not owned by big corporations anymore. Um, like I think that should be a thing. Um, the summer screens, that's cool. Um, we do have a really cool theater. It's called the Cabot Theater, on in Beverly, and they're pretty cool. They sometimes have like cool classic stuff, um, but it's not like every Monday. Take a picnic and watch movie. That's awesome. They did that during COVID, because they wanted people to like make like see movies and stuff, but like also social distance and like being outside was a little bit safer than like being crowded into a movie theater. Yeah. I think movie theaters really killed. Um, really got like hit hard with COVID. So, um, but like everyone's like, oh, why would you pay so much for a movie? It really is a totally different experience. Um, like when we went to see Doctor Strange yesterday, we saw it in like a really fancy theater. You can like it vibrate, like you can physically feel things that are happening in the movie, and like the sound is better, the picture's better. Um, it's just like it was so like it's just a different experience. A lot of people are just like, I don't understand the whole hype, but I think it really like not going to the theater. I actually was fine with, but once I went back to see Spider Man, um, I kind of realized it's like, oh, I I forgot like how awesome an experience in the theater is. That's cool. Um, I'm gonna be disappointing as someone who is huge into theater. Um, I have never seen Little Shop. I've heard the music from the musical, but I've never seen it. Fun fact. Nope, I've never seen it. Hi, Bubbas. No, I have not. Ladies come to say hello and say, feed me, mama. Feed me, mama. Um, but she's come to me and is willing. to be on stream. So clearly she's very hungry. So I think we're gonna sign off. I'm not gonna read anybody because it's late. And I think it's literally just Sherry, Jazz, and I. So it is being planned. I will not be back on Sunday, as it is Mother's Day here in the States. And we will be with Mom for the first time in 2 weeks because we haven't had a car. So hopefully I'll be back on Tuesday. That is genuinely the plan. I'm hoping that I'll feel a little bit better. And hopefully we'll have a car by then. Or at least, like, be in process of getting the car. Yes, I definitely cannot wait to see the little piggies with their cake. So definitely either like post a picture or you can send it to me if you don't want to post it. I definitely want to see them with their cute little cake. And I'm gonna go check out that video you sent in the Discord. But hopefully I'll see you when you stream next. And thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night and enjoy the weekend.